my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I am doing another collab with my dear friend Tracy. Her channel name is Lilith Luna. I will link her channel in my description box. If you have yet to go to her channel to subscribe, I highly recommend doing so. She is beautiful, she's fun, she's creative, she's talented, she has great taste in makeup, and she does lots of really fun stuff on her channel. And she and I have been good friends now for a while, quite a while, and we talk basically daily on Instagram, and I just adore Tracy. I really do. She is awesome. So she and I had planned this collab a couple of months ago, and then I got weighed down with life, and I said, can we please bump this collab out? She's like, sure, because she's super understanding, and like I said, she's awesome. So we're going to be doing a collab with the Carnevil palette from Jolie Beauty. Isn't that the coolest outer packaging? I love it. Now, Ash, Makeup and Chaos, they love Jolie Beauty, and I'm pretty sure Ash helped me to pick this palette out. Like I asked, like, what are your favorite palettes? And I want to say that's what happened, but I've been wanting to try this brand for a really long time, and I'm super excited. Now, I will be honest, I did try to film this video yesterday morning, and I could not find my Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer, and I found another primer that had clearly gone bad. And as I was trying to apply the shadows, they just were not, it wasn't working. So I thought, forget it. And I took some time to crochet and to read yesterday morning. It was wonderful. So I'm going to recreate the same look, but with different shades, because this one here, Masquerade, not a fan. It's just very dusty, not a lot of pigmentation. I was a little disappointed in it. So I want to do an orange and like purple look. So I'm not using this shade today. I'm going to use Voodoo, and I'm going to use either Mysterious or Freak Show, kind of the burgundy shades, and then I want to go purple. So I'm either going to use Supernatural or maybe Evil Clown. I don't know, we'll see. And then for the shimmer, I have to use this shade. It's unusual, it's spelled wrong, but this is unusual, and I've got to get that on my lid because it's got that really cool like pinky purple to orange flip. And then I'm going to put this shade here called Pandemonium, I think, in my inner corners. We do have some kind of pressed glittery shades here, here, and here, but they're very finely milled. I thought about putting these two together, and I might, but I really would like for that to be the star of the show. So that's the look I'm going to be doing, or the shadows I'm going to be using to create my look with. I do have both eyelids primed in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer that I found buried under some stuff on this other shelf unit. I had moved everything around in here to do my palette collection and declutter videos, and it just got covered up and I couldn't see it. I was sweating. It was, oh boy. So I'm like, I'm putting this right here, and I'm never moving it again. And of course, I do have my brows done in the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel in Clear. We're also going to be answering 10 random questions that I came up with, and I'm going to be doing both eyelids on camera. Super excited to see what Tracy's going to be doing with the palette and listen to her answers, of course. We did talk about doing a palette bingo, but I was like, let's just use whatever we want out of the palette. So, okay, let's get started, shall we? And I really do need to order some more of that primer because my Juvia's Place primer is a little old too, but it still works fine. But that other primer, I was like, okay. And I am going to be using some of my new Moda brushes today. And then, just to let you know, I'm going to be doing a very detailed brush collection collab video in February, but I'm not going to tell you who my collab partner is. Okay, so let's get started. Number one, what is your go-to song you sing in the shower? I'm going into Voodoo, that orange shade, and putting that in my transition area. Honestly, I don't really sing often in the shower anymore. I used to. A song I would often sing in the shower is You Can't Hurry Love. And I would sing the Phil Collins version because I think that's do the Supremes sing that song, or the Four Tops? I can't remember who originally sang that song, but Phil Collins redid it for, I think, the movie Buster. And I just love his version. I mean, I love both versions, but that's the one that gets stuck in my head, is the Phil Collins version. And my son and I have actually talked about, when he gets married, doing a mother-son dance to that song, like just to be silly, you know, have fun. Because there's a part that says, my mom has said, you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. You know, I don't know. We just thought that'd be kind of fun to do. Who knows? We may not do that. But I don't sing that often anymore. Well, I don't sing it at all anymore in the shower because I don't love taking showers. I just want to get in and get out. You know, to me, it's like a necessary evil that you have to do. We don't have to do it, but you know, it's good to do it. It's good to take a shower, sure. But I just am, it's all business in there. All business. I get in, wash, get out. You know, I'm not messing around having a good old time in there like I used to when I was younger. I used to always listen to music in the shower when I was growing up. Like, well, probably started that in 6th or 7th grade in middle school, and then did that, you know, off and on my whole life till probably the last 5 years maybe I stopped doing that. I do often, though, wake up in the morning with a song in my head. And the song that I've mentioned this multiple times, so I don't mean to be repetitive, but in case you're not aware, the song that I typically wake up to with in my head or whatever is Blaze of Glory by Bon Jovi. That shut part, so dumb, is always in my head. Okay, so I don't really have a go-to song to sing in the shower. Number 2, what is a silly thing you take a lot of pride in? I would say probably that I can, or I used to be able to, remember, people's names and middle names, their kids' names, their pets' names. You know, I used to be so good at remembering names of people. And, you know, I worked in the dental field for years and years, and, you know, we had the same patients for years and years. And, you know, we'd have conversation about their personal lives, and I would remember the conversations, and they'd come in the next time and be like, oh, how's your friend Beauregard? Or whatever. I don't know where that name came from. And they're like, we talked about it? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, weird, I don't remember talking to you about that. Like they thought I was stalking. I'm stalking them, I'm sure. So yeah, that kind of freaked people out. But I don't know. I don't remember people's names like I used to, which kind of sucks. I'm going to go now into the shade here called Peculiar and just kind of blend that out a little bit. I just don't, you know, I would like to lie and say I do remember names like I used to, but I just don't. I have gotten older and my brain just does not hold on to information like it used to, but I still do remember names pretty well. My husband loves it because like he'll tell me one of his coworkers' names and he'll forget what it is, but I'll remember what it is. It's kind of funny. And I would also say too that like when I put a maybe more difficult eye look together, I take pride in that, sure. You know, like if it's something that I didn't think I could do, or a color combination that I thought I wasn't going to be able to work with or something, and I can, and it looks decent, I do take a lot of pride in that for sure. I mean, not like, oh, I'm so amazing and it's just makeup, but it is fun to like, you know, challenge myself and then be able to pull it off and have it look good, like I said. So number 3, what are 3 things you couldn't bear to part with? And this isn't people, this things, like material things is what I was thinking when I put this question on here. Well, I really don't want to part with my pictures that I have of my family members, especially my mom. Like, and I don't have a ton of pictures of her because she was not someone that really liked to have her picture taken. I don't ever want to part with those. 2 other things, let's see. I mean, I could say makeup, but I would be fine if I parted with my makeup, you know. I mean, it would probably bum me out for a little while, but I'd be fine. Coffee, I don't want to part with because I really need coffee in the mornings or I'm not very fun to be around. It's interesting too, like people that don't drink coffee versus people that do, because like my coworker doesn't drink coffee and she thinks it's so bizarre that like myself and a couple of my other coworkers are like, the minute we get to work, we're like, coffee, coffee, coffee. She's like, geez, you guys, that's so weird and it's so not good for you. Caffeine's horrible. And we're like, get out of the kitchen. We're making coffee, get out. What are you talking about? It's bad for you. One more thing I couldn't bear to part with. Off the top of my head, my slippers. Because I love my slippers. And my stepdaughter, I'm not going to call her my stepdaughter ever again. My daughter, okay? She's my daughter. She's my baby. She's my girl too. I'm going to go back into voodoo and add this. I love her to bits. She got me the most amazing pair of slippers. I'm not wearing those slippers today because I have my other slippers on, because the ones that she got me have, I felt it this morning for the first time. It's got one of those little plastic doohickey things that holds the tag on. Like, I pulled the tag off, but apparently that stayed in the slipper. But I've been wearing them every day since Christmas, and I didn't feel them until today. And I tried to get it out, and it's not coming out. So I'm going to have to, like, turn the slipper inside, cut it out. Blech. So, but those are my favorites slippers. So I don't want to ever part with those. Ever. Ever. Okay, number 4. What is the meaning of your name? What is the meaning of your name? Sorry, it took me a minute to read my own question. My name obviously is Erica, which is the feminine of Eric, and it means powerful ruler. So, okay. I mean, I think I'm a powerful ruler, sure. But, I mean, am I really? I don't know. I'm going to go back in with the lighter orange. I will say, I'm gonna say that I don't know that I love the mattes in this palette. I mean, yes, they are pigmented and they're working okay, but it's kind of a different formulation for me. And they seem dusty, maybe is the word. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. But I'm telling you, this purple shade right here was horrible. Horrible. Like, I put it on my lid and it was so not good that I was like, so now I'm going to go into Mysterious and put that in my crease. I'm trying to do like kind of a sunsetty type look today. We'll see. Number 5, did you name your kids after anyone? Yes, I did, actually. Not their first names, but their middle names. Sydney's middle name is after my mother. And then Braden has 2 middle names, and one of his middle names is after my mom's dad. Sydney, I had her principal in middle school was actually my student teacher when I was in high school in my health class. That was her very first class she ever student taught in, and her name is Sydney. And I was like, oh, I love that name. And if I ever have a daughter, I want to name her Sydney. Not necessarily after her, but kind of. I mean, I really liked her a lot. And then I kind of just forgot about the name Sydney. I don't know. And then when I was pregnant with her, I was looking through the baby name book, whatever. And I saw Sydney and I'm like, that's it. Because I remembered, you know, my student teacher and blah, blah, blah. Well, then what was so crazy is that, I know I'm making a mess right here. I don't care because I'm covering that up with shimmer. What was so crazy is that she starts middle school and, like, I don't know, right in the first part of her 6th grade year, here comes Sydney, her student teacher, as her principal. Like, she was a new principal that year. And I'm like, what? So when, I've already talked about this too. I'm sorry, I tell the same stories often in my videos. But when Sydney graduated from 8th grade, the principal gave a speech at the very beginning of the graduation ceremony, and she said, I'm going to start off by having a mother in the audience stand up. Erica Conger, will you please stand up? And I was like, what? So I stand up because, you know, she and I talked all the time because, you know, I was at the school quite often, and, you know, she and I were good buddies. So I stand up and she said, this woman was in my very first class I ever student taught in, and she was wonderful to me and, you know, really a great student. And I just, you know, I've always had a very special place in my heart for her. And now she has her daughter named Sydney that's graduating today. And she said, it's just really interesting to me how my life in so many ways has come full circle. And this is one of those moments, and I just wanted to acknowledge it. It gives me the chills. And I, of course, start crying, and God, it was a mess. But I thought that was the coolest. And so, you know, she said there's another Sydney in the world from this relationship that I had with this wonderful woman. And it was really neat, really cool. And then Braden, I just was actually, how I first discovered Braden is I was standing in line getting groceries when I was pregnant with him. And there was a TV guide. I'm going to go back in with this brush now and just kind of take the edge of this down. There was a TV guide in the little holder thing. And there was an actor on the front who's had just had his wife had just had a baby, and they had a son and they named him Braden. And I thought, ooh, that's a really cool name. And then I happened to find it in the baby name book, and it means Broad Valley. And I just thought that sounds, I don't know why, that just really struck me as that's a really cool meaning of a name. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know that I love the mattes in this palette. Like I just said, they just, I don't know. They're blending really well together though, so maybe I should just shut up and not bitch. But I feel like they're just kind of dusty. And I know I did leave the palette sitting over there for a while, but not that long. You know, I don't think it's too, I don't know. They're okay. It looks beautiful, right? It looks great. So what the hell? I don't know. I feel like I just kind of like go like this and blend, and it starts to kind of like dissipate. But it looks great. So I don't know. What am I doing? Just shut up and go with it, Erica. It looks fine. I think, right? I don't know. Number 6, what animal do you think is the weirdest? Okay, let me go back into the palette. Now I'm going to go into Evil Clown and put that out in my outer V into my crease area. What animal do I think is the weirdest? I think a platypus is really bizarre. My husband and I were just talking about a platypus the other night because they are mammals, but they lay eggs because they nurse their young. And what was the other reason why they're mammals? They're warm-blooded or so, I don't know. But they do lay eggs. So it's very strange. Very bizarre. And they have like a duck's bill and a beaver tail, and it's just, they're very weird animals. I just don't know about these mattes. I really don't. Okay, what I'm going to do, rather than blending a bunch, is just pack this sucker on right here. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. Am I being weird? And these are great mattes? I don't know. I just feel like they're... Actually, I might... Well, no. I was going to go into unique. No. I'm just going to stick with Evil Clown. Damn it. I'm just going to stick with it. It's fine. It is. It's just... I don't know. I feel like they're very like... there's pigment to them. They're just kind of... I don't know. I don't see a bunch of, you know, stuff flying around me or anything like that. I don't know. They're just not... I don't know what the right word is. So if you guys can think of what the right word is, go for it in the comment section. I mean, it is working. It just seems strange. I don't know. What was... Oh, okay. Weirdest animal. Yeah, platypus. What else? I do think, like, aardvarks are strange looking. I think the capybara, I think those are kind of weird looking, but really cute too. I would have one of those, and they're so sweet. Bats, I don't think they're weird. I think they're disgusting. And I know that some of you do not agree with me, and I really am not trying to be offensive to anybody, but they just creep me the F out. I cannot handle bats. Ugh, so gross. Just makes my skin crawl to even think about bats. They're so nasty. And don't they carry like a ton of different diseases and stuff too? Don't they? I mean, I don't get it. To those of you that think they're cute, I want to know why you think they're cute. What's cute about them? They're like, got the ugliest faces. I do know that there are good mamas. The mama bats are really good to their babies. Like they take very good care of them and very nurturing and loving and stuff. I guess that's what I've read. Okay, I'm going to go back into the red shade, mysterious, because I've made a big edge, crazy looking edge with that purple shade. So just give me a second. I will say that they do blend well. They do. But I feel like they're blending well because they're so powdery and not dry. Maybe dry is the word, right? I don't know. But I mean, it's blending fine. I mean, that blended like boom, bang, done. So that's great. But I don't know. It's just a different matte formula. Am I obsessing? Yes. Let's move on. Number 7. Where would you go if you could teleport to the UK? I would teleport to Steph's house. Wouldn't that be so freaking awesome? Like if I didn't tell her. And, well, maybe I should tell her because, you know, she might be in the middle of doing something else when I show up. But I would love to just pop in, you know, like Harry Potter. And she loves Harry Potter and I love Harry Potter. But wouldn't that be so cool if like... she's just sitting there watching TV and boom, hi, Hi, I'm here. Where's that brush? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna go back in with this brush, nothing additional on it. Hi, honey, I'm here. Yay. Okay, well, I gotta get back to work, but I'll come back later. We'll have dinner together. You know, that'd be so awesome. And I'll come over the weekend and we can hang out. We can watch movies and crochet together. Okay, I'll be back. Oh, I would love that. I mean, anywhere also, like just to teleport anywhere, like to teleport to the pyramids in Egypt, or teleport to the Louvre, or the Eiffel Tower, or the Empire State Building, or the Statue of Liberty, or, you know, just all the places that would be really cool to go and see. I would love to go and teleport to those places too. Oh, and also, I would love to teleport to see my grandson whenever I wanted to. Just, Nonny needs a baby fix. I'm coming. Love it. I would love that too. Number 8, are you still friends with anyone you grew up with? Yes, Paul. I married him. He's my best friend. Paul and I grew up together from the time we were, well, let's see. He and I went to grade school together for a little bit, and then he moved, and then we reconnected again in 6th grade in middle school. And we were boyfriend and girlfriend for a little while. And then we were just good buddies after that, even though I was still madly in love with him and pining away for him. And he'd look at me and I'd be like, so dumb. Well, it's not dumb, but, you know, I never told him I felt that way. And then, you know, obviously I went to a different high school, so we totally disconnected from each other and then re-met 8 years ago. Anyway, and I also am friends with, her name is Catherine. She and I met our senior year of high school, so I don't know if that's considered growing up together, and we're still really close friends. Yes, I love her so much. And that's really it. I mean, if I was on Facebook still, I would say, oh yeah, because I was still talking to a lot of people I grew up with on Facebook, but I could not stomach Facebook anymore. So yeah, these mats are really dusty. Like, I feel like right here, I'm trying to get that skin not to show, and it's still showing. Yeah, it is. Well, you know, maybe I probably just got a bum palette, you know, because I know that Ash is like super into Jolie Beauty, and Ash is so effing talented, and there's no way Ash would be into a brand that wasn't just amazing. So I don't know. I'm just wondering if maybe I got kind of a bum palette. Yesterday I thought, oh, it's the primer's fault. Now I'm thinking, I don't think it is the primer's fault. I don't know. I'll see what the shimmer does. I swatched the shimmer and it about knocked me on my ass. So I'm like, it's going to be good. I know that. Okay, so now I am going to apply the shimmer, this one here called Unusual, just across this space here. I do need to get another brush. Let's see. Number 9, would you prefer a hand massage or a foot massage? Where's my spray? There it is. I thought I had everything back to normal after my palette collection and declutter videos, and no, I don't. Everything's still kind of scattered. Oh man. Okay, this is absolutely gorgeous. And honestly, this shimmer is making up for the mattes not being my fave. I mean, if I look at, like, the blend looks really nice. It's just the purple shade. I'm interested to see how this is going to look at the end of my day, I guess is what I'm thinking. We'll just see. What was the question? Hand massage or foot massage? I really don't like people touching my feet. I get really ticklish. But when I go to a massage, when I go to a massage, like at a massage place, I love it when they rub my feet. I'm trying to get my husband to go have a massage, and he's like, if they touch my feet, I'm going to come out of my skin. I cannot have people touching my feet. He doesn't even like me to touch his feet. Like, his heels get really sore at work from working and being up on his feet all day. And I'm like, well, I'll massage your feet. And he's like, you just can't do it because you can't touch my feet or I'm going to freak out because he's ticklish. But if Paul were to try to massage my feet, I have to like do labor breathing to like calm myself down so he can touch my feet and me not start cracking up or, you know, don't touch my feet, you know, that kind of thing. I like to have hand massages. I haven't had very many in my life, I wouldn't say. Like, I have had a few, like when I've gotten a manicure done, they massage your hand and that feels really nice. So what would I prefer? I guess I don't know. I don't know that I have a preference necessarily. It just, like I said, it just depends on who does it. And I don't know. I guess like when I'm having a massage, like when I pay to go to have a massage, I feel like I'm like I know what to expect and I know they're going to touch my feet, and so I kind of calm down and it's fine. And I'm already super duper relaxed by the time they get to my feet, you know, because they kind of start off up at my shoulders and then my feet are where they end up. And so I'm like half asleep by the time, or if not all the way asleep, just super relaxed. So I think that's part of it too. Um, and it always feels really good. I'm going to say feet. Let's just say foot massage, as long as someone else is, a masseuse is doing it for me. Last question here, number 10. Are you a morning person, an afternoon person, or a night person? That all just depends on the day and how much sleep I got the night before. I usually wake up in a pretty darn good mood, most often. And it doesn't really take me that long to wake up. My husband takes him forever, and it gets kind of annoying. I'm like, because I want to like have a conversation, because typically I get up before he does, right? And then he gets up, and I'm like, you know, wanting to talk. Like, oh, hi, you know, he's up. Yay, I can talk to somebody now. I'm going to go into Evil Clown, the purple shade again, and see if I can get this to work. And kind of take the edge of that shimmer down. But there are some mornings when I wake up and I'm like, just exhausted and don't feel like doing anything. Afternoon, I'm usually pretty good, but there are times on the weekends where it's like, you know, as soon as it hits about 1 or 2, I'm like, okay, nap time, let's go. So at work too, like when I didn't really take that shimmer over far enough. Hold on a second. I need to take this over a little bit more right here. Oh no, I did. I just couldn't see it very good. Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Maybe this whole issue with me thinking the shadows are patchy, is just my eyesight lately. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. At work, after lunch, I'm ready for a nap too. I can't really take a nap at lunch. At work, I mean, can't do that. And night, yeah, I mean, sure. If I've had a good night's sleep the night before, or if I've taken a nap, then I'm raring to go at night. But quite commonly, I just on the couch after work. I fall asleep a lot on the couch after work. I do after dinner. I'm just exhausted and I cack out on the couch for sure. So I don't know that I can really answer that question because it all depends on other stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go clean this up, do the rest of my face, add the finishing touches. I'll come back. So this, of course, is my finished look, and I do think it turned out really well. I think it's beautiful. I'm still very iffy about the matte shades I used for this look, and especially the purple matte. I have no idea how this is going to look at the end of my day, but I'll see for sure how it ends up at the end of my day. Let me show you everything I have on my face for this look, and then I'll review the eyeshadow palette again with you. So for my base products, I used the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte and Poreless Primer. Topped it with a couple different things. I used the Pure 4-in-1 tinted, the Pure 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer. And I know this is going to be very little coverage, but it's just a little too light for me, which is kind of shocking because I have not gotten in the sun lately at all. So I used a little bit of this too. This is the Maybelline New York Dream BB Fresh BB Cream. These two together worked really well. And then I'm still using my CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. For my upper lid liner, I used the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Felt Tip Liner in black. Now, I did pick up the Jolie Beauty Water Activated Eyeliner Palette, and I had planned on using one of these today. And then I started thinking about the fact that, like, I've never really used a water activated eyeliner before, and I do go to work right after I film, and I'm just not willing to potentially destroy my eye look with having, you know, too much water, not enough water, and then just looking and having to take this whole thing off. And I know some of you may have a problem with that, but I just really want to play with this and get familiar with it before I slap it on my eyelids to go off to work. If I wasn't going to work today, I wouldn't care, but yeah, anyway. So I will be using that in a future video for sure, because it's been sitting over there with the palette and I've got to use it. I spent money on it. I want to use it. I did use the LYS No Limits Bronzer in Motivate. Love it. Blush, Blame It on the Blush palette, made by Mitchell, of course. I love this blush palette. I'm obsessed with it. I use this shade here called Making Me Blush. So beautiful. And on my lips, I used a combination of two things, starting off with the Menagerie Cosmetics liquid lipstick. And I think this is in the shade Arthurium. I'm pretty sure the sticker fell off. God, I love this shade. And I thought, well, let's make it a little bit more fun. So I grabbed this. This is the Beauty Moon Cosmetics. I think it's a duochrome, or I think it's a duochrome gloss in the shade 4. And this is just so rich and vampy that this kind of got lost. But you can see it a little bit on my lips. You can. It's kind of like a orangey pink shifty. It's really pretty. And is that it? Did I say I use my Maybelline New York Sky High mascara? I think that's it. Okay, so now let's talk about the eyeshadow palette, Carnevil, Jolie Beauty. I love the shimmer shade. This shade Unusual is absolutely gorgeous. It's got that beautiful orangey and pink magenta flip to it. It's so beautiful. I don't know how well you can see the flip in the camera, but you could really see it when I was drying my hair. I was like, oh, so cool. Now, I will say that the mattes blended together beautifully. Beautifully. Not a problem with that at all. I just felt like they're a little on the dusty side. This shade in particular, Evil Clown, it's just, I don't know. I did put a combination of Evil Clown, Mysterious, and Voodoo on my lower lash lines. I did pop Pandemonium in my inner corners. That is gorgeous too. Of course, I'm going to use the rest of the mattes in here before I make a decision that I don't like the mattes in the palette, but I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. They applied fine. They blended really well, but I can just see that there's kind of a dusty, airy quality maybe. And I really had to pack this on so you can't see my skin through it. And you can still see my skin through it. I can. It's not my eyesight. You can still see my skin through it. Not really badly or anything, but like this, I had to keep packing it on this eye. And maybe it is the primer. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I need to use a tackier primer. But, you know, I really like my Juvia's Place Prep Prime Eyeshadow Primer. And it works well with everything else. So I'm going to keep playing with this. I really am, I promise. I'll do another video using this and see what I think. Just to see what you guys think. But maybe just a tad disappointed in the mattes. I don't know. I feel weird saying this because I've heard so many great things about Jolie Beauty palettes. Maybe I got a dud palette, or maybe it's just a formulation that I just don't jive well with. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And again, please go to my collab partner's channel, subscribe, show her a ton of love and support. Watch this video, watch all of her other videos. I cannot wait to see what she did with the palette. She creates such beautiful eye looks, makeup looks, on the whole, just gorgeous. And I'm really excited to hear her answers, and really a fun pleasure and honor to collab with her again, and I can't wait till we do it again. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye!
Drop it.